So this is what our apartment looks like. We're leaving today, but I wanted to make this video to show how we've been living when we live in Yangon. So, out here it's a really, and everything's a mess because we are leaving, but out here it's the balcony, which I thought was really nice. And I thought, oh, it'll be nice to sit out there. No. It's like when it's sun's shining, it's scorching hot, and you clean it, and then the next day it's covered in dust because of the street. So I've never sat out there. This came with the apartment. It is the Buddha shrine. In Myanmar, I think it's 80 or 90% of the people are Buddhist.
Where's the storage switch there?
Yes. So we'll turn on the disco light.
This
to
Buddha
call
light.
it. I like to say disco light.
No.
Okay, sorry, Simon. There it is. And here's where baby Zay and I feed the birds. We put rice out there for the birds to eat. And this is the air conditioner, which is really rare. We were very lucky to find this apartment with an air conditioner. Right, Simon?
I think these days getting people can afford.
These days people can afford, but I think it's still pretty rare. I think most of the people that live on the street in the apartments, most of them do not have air conditioning. And this is the curtain, what show did you take? To divide the room.
There's the one there.
Yeah, we keep it up when company's not here. It looks nicer when it's down. So we just always fold it up to separate our bedroom, which is here. And in the true Myanmar style, we all share a bed. This is a mosquito net. We all share a bed. That's the way it is in Myanmar, usually. Now see, we have this nice mattress here. In the village, we did not have a mattress. We slept on a mat on the floor. For 2.5 months, I slept that way. It's actually not that bad. This is where we hang our clothes after we wash them by hand, and they dry here. One of the bad things about the hot season in Myanmar is the clothes take a long time to dry, so they start to stink. But it hasn't been that bad since our apartment has air conditioning, so they dry out faster. And here's the refrigerator. Also a rare thing in Yangon. We're very lucky to have this refrigerator come with the apartment. Right, Simon?
Sure.
This is the kitchen. This is how I do all my cooking in the rice pot. There's no stove, no oven, no toaster, no bread machine, which I really missed. Zaymong did say that we could buy a bread machine, but I said no, it would be a waste of money, and I decided I would rough it while I was here. So the rice pot, I even know how to make a cake in the rice pot. You can make all kinds of things in the rice pot. Sandwiches, soup, cake, pasta. And in the village, that's where I did all my cooking too, but we had to start up the generator to plug it in to be able to use electricity. Otherwise, I'd have to cook on the fire in the village. So, it's been easier cooking here. You don't have to start up a generator. This is the sink. Now notice there's no hot water. None. Just cold water. So if you want hot water for a bath, you have to heat it up in the rice cooker. Or a hot plate. This is the shower room. This is where we take baths and wash the laundry by hand, which I am not going to miss. That's the tank of water. So, a funny thing about the shower room, I think it depends on the time of year. Worms appear. And at first I thought they were coming up through the drain, which is just like a hole. But then, one time, I kind of got freaked out because I saw them crawl behind a tile. And I thought, is that where they come from? Am I going to be taking a bath one of these days and they start coming out through the tile, like millions of them, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark? I don't know. Hasn't happened. This is the toilet. And see, there's this is how you flush with a bucket of water. You fill this up and then flush with a bucket of water. We have toilet paper and soap. So it's American style with the toilet paper and soap.
American, Asian.
Asian style would have no soap, no toilet paper, just the water. Now, a funny thing about this toilet is the plumbing in this building was done all wrong. So, anytime someone in our apartment building flushes their toilets,
Oh, gross.
our toilet starts gurgling, like air bubbles come up, and it's really, really disgusting. And with that air bubbles comes a stench, a really, really, really horrible, awful stench, which is kind of funny when I'm talking about it, but I am not going to miss that. It is absolutely disgusting. Another thing that is disgusting about that little volcano in the toilet that happens a lot is if we have a guest and the guest doesn't flush all the way, which I've noticed is common with Myanmar people. I don't know why. They don't make sure everything goes down, so if they go number 2, sometimes there's still evidence of it in the toilet. So if we have a guest, they don't flush all the way, and then later someone in the building flushes, and that little volcano happens, there is poop sprayed all over that toilet in there. It's so disgusting. And I'm always reminded of the line from Reservoir Dogs, where the undercover cop is memorizing the anecdote, the funny story to tell. I forget his name, but his friend or coworker is helping him, and he says, you have to memorize the details. You have to know what the details are. What kind of soap is in the bathroom? If some nasty, I think he says a swear word, sprayed diarrhea all over the toilet. And I always think of that when I'm in Myanmar because I see that often. Diarrhea sprayed all over the toilet, and it happens here if someone doesn't flush. It's really gross. And I think that's all I wanted to say about our apartment. This is the back balcony, but it's really disgusting.